Tech and Northern Colorado here at the United Supermarkets Arena, a Big 12 Big Sky matchup here tonight, and we are underway. That's Toppin and Wisney in the center circle, but Zach Block of the Bears steals the tap back by Toppin and Northern Colorado.
Yeah, not how you want to start it if you're Grant McCasland and the Red Raiders. JT Toppin has not won many opening tips, but he got that one just through an interception, if you will.
Wisney backed him right down on the low block and misses point-blank range.
And you make up for it at the other end, John. That's what you do to get back in your coach's good graces.
Here's Toppin, the left-hander. That's Wisney pushing on him to keep him out of the paint. And Hawthorne on the drive does not get the roll, but Darion Williams the rebound to Toppin. His shot blocked underneath, and here comes Northern Colorado.
And this is where these Bears are very dangerous in the open floor. They want to play fast.
And that's Langston Reynolds, the Big Sky Player of the Week, scoring down low 2-0 Northern Colorado.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Harris, yeah. It goes rather quickly, but we're on the other side, but still a Thanksgiving weekend, if you will.
Kerwin Walton off the mark. Ball bounces around. Darion Williams got it back to Kerwin Walton. His three doesn't go, and it's a 3-on-1 break for Northern Colorado. Really, from Langston Reynolds, and it's 4-0 Northern Colorado.
Yeah, those fast break opportunities, the Bears take advantage. I think we'll see them do some things throughout this game to try to speed Texas Tech up a bit and try to create more of those scenarios.
Northern Colorado has already played against Colorado, and Washington State lost both of those, but took Colorado into double overtime, and the Red Raiders are on the board.
And some would argue the Bears should have beaten the Buffs in that one. That's the same Colorado Buffs that just knocked off UConn.
Reynolds had the right idea, just threw it away. Bit too hard for Wisney underneath.
Too high, but you like the IQ. He saw his teammate right there on the block, just threw a fastball, trying to throw it through the passing lane, and couldn't quite hang on.
Kerwin Walton out for Grant McCasland. Kevin Overton is on. In that game at Colorado, Northern Colorado led late in regulation. They led in both of the overtimes, just could not hold on. Here's Toppin down low, and he is fouled.
Yeah, by three Bears. I'm not sure who they're going to call that on.
Plenty of choices there.
A lot of contact. Get that on Zach Block with the personal foul.
Toppin has attempted more free throws than any other Red Raider this season. That's his 29th of the year. Averaging just under 20 points a ball game. Toppin cannot tie as he misses the second. Chris, for Northern Colorado, what do these guys need to do to?
Well, yeah, John, they come in making over 10 threes a game. They'll need to do that. You see the back door right there. But they want to play fast. I think the pace of the game will largely dictate whether they're going to have a chance or not. The more it slows down and they have to execute in the half court, I think the more that they'll struggle. But again, they're going to have to knock down perimeter looks. But right now, they're getting some good looks in transition in the fast break.
Red Raiders turn the basketball over there. They average about 10.5 a ball game here in the early portion of the season. Here's Hawthorne. Three does not go. Toppin, who had a pair of double-doubles last week, 2 out of 3 games for the Red Raiders with the rebound. Darion Williams trying to back it down. He turned really. Maybe the guy that hammers him. And for the Red Raiders, Chris.
Yeah, I think you kind of start to see the Red Raiders doing it already, but they want to, own the paint. And I think you want to keep the Bears out of it on the defensive end, but I think you really want to play inside out and get involved there. And then you want to, I think Grant learned a lot of things about his team going up to New York, but one of them was we've got to be able to guard for longer stretches. And then with that, you want to keep teams out of the middle of the paint. They struggle with that at times. And there's a lot that we'll get into as the broadcast goes along about some things that he kind of learned about his team.
Chance McMillan a little strong off the back iron, but Toppin goes up and gets that ball. Shot is no good. Red Raiders still have it. Here's Overton with the three, just short, and Darion Williams had the rebound, had it taken away underneath. That'll be on Overton as Jaron Reilly trying to drive inside. Grad student out of Sydney, Australia. Father played some college basketball as well.
At Gonzaga, that's what we understand. You're right. It runs in the family.
Here's Hawthorne. Found an open spot right down the middle of the lane and lays it in.
And that's what we're talking about. I think that's not something that Coach McCaslin is okay with. You've got to be able to build a wall of sorts and no help defense.
27 in that game against Northern New Mexico. He was 8 of 13 from the floor. Hawkins a bit of a off-balance shot in the corner now. Hawthorne not there. The Red Raiders in a track meet with Northern Colorado, just up and down the floor. Hawthorne lost his balance a bit but got the ball back.
Hawkins is lucky to get it back. You're right. Dribbling through traffic.
Toppin's three rolls around the rim and comes out. Red Raiders just 1 of 10 from the floor here in the early going. And that is off the mark for Reynolds. Bears got it back though. That's Reynolds underneath and scoring. 8-3 Northern Colorado.
And it's been a week basically since this Texas Tech team played in a game. That one falls in right there. Shooter's touch from Darion Williams.
Darion got the roll for sure.
Gets him going a bit.
Three-pointer for Darion. Red Raiders narrow the gap. Really trying to back his way inside, and he travels with the basketball. Turnover Northern Colorado, but they lead in this ball game in the early going. 8-6 Bears over the Red Raiders here from the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. Back here at the United Supermarkets Arena, John Harris alongside Chris Level. Not for lack of trying in the early going, Red Raiders just can't seem to knock down many good-looking shots.
Well, and I think Northern Colorado's been able to get out and run a bit and finish at the rim, and it's again, this is where they excel is out in the open floor, and you have to get them slowed down a little bit.
Another opponent for Grant McCaslin's Red Raiders with ties to his coaching staff.
And that's probably why this game was scheduled. Jeff Linder, who is on Grant McCaslin's staff, was at Northern Colorado for, 3 or 4 seasons, and Steve Smiley took over for him. You know, this game was supposed to be Texas A&M. I think as originally reported, they'd agreed to a home and home, and that kind of fell through. So you're going to play Texas A&M a week from this Sunday in Fort Worth at a neutral site game. But you'd kind of tried to plan as a department, basketball and football kind of doubleheader scenario on a Friday, Saturday. But anyway, you needed to fill in, and you call your friends.
Christian Anderson is just in off the bench for the Red Raiders and throws in a mile-long three-pointer.
And that's something that I think he will continue to be asked to do and can provide, is some spark off the bench from a scoring standpoint. Going to see a lot more of Christian Anderson as this season rolls on. These games are crucial for Mr. Anderson.
Anderson got behind his man. They get inside, but McCreary lost the ball, and here come the Red Raiders again. Now in front by 1. McMillan looking for a spot, lays it up, not there. Federico in the ball game as well. You highlighted him at the outset of this ball game.
Yeah, I think you're looking for more size at times, and I think he is your biggest. I think he is somebody that is just going to be asked to do more and more, and when you want to go big, he will certainly play maybe next to JT Toppin and do some different things, but you're going to need his length and athleticism on the glass. For sure. It's some of that rim protection as you struggle and kind of try to figure out keeping folks out of the paint. Federico is somebody that is going to be asked to help, especially when the Big 12 gets here, John, and that's not too far away. You're about a month away.
Egan Shields is on for Northern Colorado, is 6'10", big man. Oh, nice look inside, and that's the big man Shields there, the freshman out of Ashland, Oregon, with the dunk.
Yeah, you see something else that I think Grant noticed a lot about his team in New York is ball screen coverage and lack of communication or not communicating enough, whatever it may be. You see it on the other end right there, but Christian Anderson on the drive right here was aggressive to get downhill, get to the rim.
Red Raiders will inbound underneath their own basket. Kerwin Walton back on for Grant McCaslin's team. Chance McMillan will sit. Darion Williams in the corner right there, a little short on that three-pointer. Here come the Bears, down by 1 now. Great pass inside by Hawthorne. Wanted Shields, and it's apparently off Shields' hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, and it was at the end of the game against St. Joe's, and you came up short there, but Christian Anderson manned the point for the last 5 to 6 minutes. It's a lot to ask of a true freshman, but I think they think very highly of him. And here's the big fella going to work.
Oh, just getting pushed around by Shields. Enough is enough. They were going to let that go, but finally the whistle, and Shields called for a foul. He'll check out. Wisney back on for the Bears. But the tone set early here, Chris. It's going to be a physical Black Friday night.
That's right. That's right. That would look like some 90s NBA basketball right there. Oh, man, you have a great play drawn up and about to get a layup on a curl by Kerwin Walton, and got a kick ball scenario.
Anderson inbounded the basketball. It was tipped back to him and then off his hands and back out of bounds. Turnover, Red Raiders, and now Northern Colorado with a chance to regain the lead. When Denker has played a bit in this ball game for Northern Colorado. That's Zach's block, quick three, and it's good.
Came off the curl, and that's exactly what the Bears are wanting to get done. When it does slow down, they want to execute in the half court, knock down those threes, but they really want to play fast.
Their first of the night. Here's Anderson. His second three will put the Red Raiders back in front. Creary misses a three for Northern Colorado, and very quickly Anderson is up the court. Here's Overton on the drive, lays it up, and it's good. Thought he was fouled as he went to the rack, but no whistle. Red Raiders by 3. Quickly, Denker right back at the other end.
Yeah, this pace is a fast one. And I think both teams technically comfortable with that. But if you're Texas Tech, you'd like to get the Bears slowed down just a little bit.
Anderson tried that to lob that one inside to Federico. Tapped away, blocked, steps in front of the Red Raider bench. That three in and out and no good, and Overton clearing for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech by 1 as we count down towards 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Overton's long three is good. Kevin Overton with his 6th made three of the season. Red Raiders by 4 now. Wisney waiting on Hawthorne. Top of the key, back to Denker, and it's good. Couple of threes here in the last couple of moments by Northern Colorado.
That left wing running those set plays, coming off those curl screens.
Kerwin Walton, Overton, another three, and it's good. He and Christian Anderson have 2 long balls apiece, and the Red Raiders lead by 4.
I talked to Kevin Overton earlier today, and he said he's still kind of adjusting to his role. I started 35 games last year. Now he's coming off the bench, but trusts Coach McCaslin. And he's just one of those guys that can do a variety of different things. You're seeing the depth of his game so far early on, and he can certainly extend it past the arc.
Sophomore out of Oklahoma City, transferred to the Red Raiders from Drake. Texas Tech by 4 here in Lubbock.
Weekends, they rock. And with the Reliant Truly Free Weekends plan, they rock even harder. Because you get free electricity from 8 p.m. Friday to 12 a.m. Monday. So you can save, whether you're shredding the strings or just washing your threads. Sounds pretty good, and it should. It's the Truly Free Weekends plan, powered by 100% solar. Rock on. Reliant, proud partner of Texas Tech Athletics.
Right here, right now, advanced cancer care is happening at Covenant Health. We aren't waiting for tomorrow. Our doors are open with cutting-edge treatments and immediate care, so no time is lost. When it's cancer, every moment matters. At Covenant Health, connection means strength. Through our partnership with Providence Cancer Institute, we bring world-class resources and innovative treatments to our community. Because when it comes to fighting cancer, every moment matters.
Matador Club is the official NIL collective of Texas Tech Athletics. What does the Matador Club do? They create partnerships between Texas Tech athletes, fans and alumni, and the local community. By donating to the Matador Club, you receive exclusive perks and you're supporting your favorite student athletes and local nonprofits. Sign up and get ready to hear those victory bells ring.
Here, we've got our own state and state of mind, where worlds of all kinds converge under 2 T's and 1 lone star. Here is in the eye of the storm and up in the stars. Here, tradition fuels progress, and unity is born from proud individualism. Here, anything can happen, because this isn't just Texas Tech. It's what's next. And from here, it's possible.
Red Raiders by 4 here in Lubbock with a fight on their hands, Chris. Northern Colorado out of the Big Sky, leading that conference in a lot of categories here early on in the season.
Well, it's a fun brand of basketball. If you're a fan of the Bears, you would certainly enjoy watching it. It gives them an identity, and they play well to it. They, again, shoot it so well. And I think that, again, their secondary break is just a handful in the open floor, and seen a little glimpse of that at times tonight. But, you know, right now, shooting 50% in the game. Just 2 for 8 from behind the arc, but they've knocked down a couple in half-court scenarios. But, yeah, Coach Smiley, he's done a good job. And they, as we talked about, they gave the Buffaloes all they wanted a couple of weeks ago, double overtime. It may have been on opening night or close to it. And then they'll fell to Washington State, but undefeated other than those 2 games against Power 4 schools.
5 assists on 8 made buckets for Northern Colorado. Kevin Overton, the first in this ball game to get to double figures with 10 now after that free throw.
A lot of spark off the bench. That's 16 bench points and the bulk of your output if you're Texas Tech.
Between Kevin Overton and Christian Anderson, and right there Langston Reynolds, Big Sky Player of the Week, narrows the gap. Hawthorne back on for the Red Raiders with JT Toppin. Here's Kerwin Walton going to drive inside, tried to go underneath for that layup and is fouled. Red Raiders are 5 of 6 at the line here in the early going. Northern Colorado has not attempted a free throw.
Which you won't see him put it on the floor much. He is so good from behind the arc, and you just don't typically, shooting 47% from deep. But that's something that teams try to take away, and so he's had to adjust and attack off the dribble and try to get to the rim.
Remains perfect for the season, 5 of 5 at the free throw line is Kerwin Walton.
Which is also something that Coach McCaslin talked about, you know, with his team in New York, is we've got to figure out a way when the 3-point shots aren't falling, how else can we win? And you do it by getting to the free throw line or getting to the rim right there. And Kevin Overton, boy, he must have had a happy Thanksgiving. He came to play tonight.
I think he slapped that ball away on the backdoor pass on the defensive end and then scores offensively. He's got 12 in this ball game. 12 of the Red Raiders' 28. D5 back for the Red Raiders and Christian Anderson on. Overton will sit. Now the Red Raiders, Chris, have Elijah Hawkins and Christian Anderson on the floor.
Yeah, going small a bit.
Really got around Hawkins inside, but fouled by the Red Raider transfer from Minnesota. Really the most experienced of the Northern Colorado players tonight, the 108th game of his career.
John, are you a headband guy back in the day?
Never a headband guy.
Okay, all right. Really, he's got some flowing locks there. He's just trying to keep it out of his eyes. And with the old headband there.
JT Toppin, the headband guy.
Yes, he is.
Trying to back down Wisney. Lost control of the dribble, got it back. McMillan on the wing, got it back. Red Raiders trying to find an open shot. Hawkins spins on Zach Block and scores.
One-legged fadeaway. That is not on the scouting report for Elijah Hawkins, but reaches into his bag there.
Veteran move, you like to call it. Oh, Wisney got Toppin up in the air and makes the shot as Toppin bangs into him.
Yeah, speaking of veteran move right there, gets Toppin up in the air on a shot fake.
Here's that Elijah Hawkins play a moment ago. We've got a break in the action here in Lubbock. Red Raiders by 6 over the Bears of Northern Colorado. Texas Tech's Red Raiders by 6 here. Grant McCaslin's guys have made 6 of their last 6 shots to build that lead over the Bears of Northern Colorado. Last time out for the Red Raiders, Chris, last couple of times out up in Brooklyn, New York at the Legends Classic opener, heartbreaker against St. Joe's, as Darion Williams could not get that basically point-blank shot to go at the end of that ball game, but you do come back and beat Syracuse in game 2.
Yeah, game 2 was essentially a road game as you're playing in Syracuse's backyard, but you see that's where you ultimately early in seasons learn about your team. It's hard to really understand what you are in some of your home game non-conference games. But you get out on the road and you go play some competition that is as big as you are and as deep as you are and things like that, as skilled and whatnot. You really start to find out. And, you know, I think that those are the games that you really, really learn from. you've got a couple more of those coming up basically the next week with DePaul, who's undefeated, coming into town, and then you go play Texas A&M on a neutral floor.
Not that far away from the start of Big 12 play either.
Not at all.
Here's Wisney in the lane. Great pass to him, but cannot finish. And the Red Raiders quickly back up the floor. Chance McMillan. Hawkins going to try and set things up. Found Toppin down low. Toppin's got 1 point tonight. Has not scored from the floor tonight. Unable to finish that time, and the Bears have the basketball back down by 6. Block. Three-pointer from the corner is not good. Toppin another board. Oh, Hawkins looked as though he was going to get the ball to his big man, went the other way. Toppin, though, gets the rebound and scores. Elijah Hawkins got hammered inside, but no call. Toppin the rebound and scores, and has an opportunity for a three-point play.
Yeah, Elijah Hawkins sometimes gets himself into trouble, just dribbling into traffic and things like that. But JT Toppin certainly there. Already has 8 rebounds, John. Just JT Toppin hasn't scored a ton. It's just his 3rd point, looking for his 4th here at the free throw line, but almost has hit double digits in the rebound column.
Three-point play for Toppin.
He's a ball magnet. He just kind of finds him around. I mean, just understands leverage and angles and tips it to himself, and averaging basically a double-double.
Northern Colorado has 9 rebounds as a team. Toppin has 8 for the Red Raiders. Creary is back in the ball game for Steve Smiley in the lane. Took Darion Williams down low and scores over the Red Raiders forward.
And those are the kinds of baskets that concern you. More help defense, can't allow for deep paint touches.
Here's Overton back on the floor, unable to score. Northern Colorado winning the battle of points in the paint here in this early going. There's Reynolds trying to find a way to shoot it over top, and he does, but a little bit hard off the back iron. Oh, great look by Darion Williams to Toppin. A shot rimmed out, but he got it back and then had it taken away. Here comes Reilly on the break. He cannot finish. This is like a track meet, Chris.
Yes, it is.
And there's Overton.
And he's winning it.
He's got 15 points now. Red Raiders 36-26, a 10-point lead.
Yeah, Texas Tech pretty good in that fast break scenario as well.
Here's McCreary again, just off the mark, but underneath Shields the rebound, had it taken away. Darion open in the corner, three-pointer is good. Red Raiders have 7 here in the first half, and Steve Smiley on that Northern Colorado bench wants a timeout. Red Raiders now by 13 with just over 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Red Raiders have used a 6-point run to stretch the margin to 39-26 over Northern Colorado. JT Toppin tonight just 4 points so far, Chris, but man, he is on the boards.
Yeah, he just fills up a stat sheet. He's been everything that Texas Tech could have hoped for early on. Will be asked to continue to do that as the season progresses, but he's just been Mr. Everything for you from a scoring and rebounding sense. And I think what he gives you from a rim protection standpoint is gravy, because you can only ask the man to do so much. But just a sophomore. I mean, and you'll see some of that youth at times. Yeah, just Shields just fell down.
Yeah, and McCreary had him.
It was open. Shields just fell down, kind of said, "Hey, help me out here."
Here's Overton, who's having an outstanding night, but off the mark there. Red Raiders 6-0 run still stands at the moment. Banker got inside, now back up top. McCreary here, junior out of Fort Worth, played some AAU basketball with a team out of Fort Worth coached by a very familiar name to Red Raider fans.
Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, played for Crab 5.
So you're saying Michael Crabtree was the coach?
Was
or was
one of the coaches.
One of the coaches, okay, very nice. Yeah, he could play, I mean, people don't really know that about him near as much as the football accolades, because he obviously was a first-round draft pick in the NFL and did so many great things on the gridiron, but he's a really good high school basketball player. Really, really good. Yeah, Darion Williams makes that pass, and Federico is like in the sideline, and I think that Kevin Overton was the intended target, but the big fellow maybe got his hand in the way, but that's not necessarily his fault because it was right to him.
Red Raiders turn it over. Give Northern Colorado a chance to narrow the lead. Hawthorne defended by Darion. Long three is short, and the Red Raiders are running. Do not have numbers. Back up top to Anderson, who's got a couple of three-pointers tonight off the Red Raider bench.
But how nice is it to have a guard like that comes off the bench, and I mean 15 in the first half.
Yeah, that's Overton. There's Anderson, gave it back to Federico, who gets inside. Layup doesn't go, but he's fouled by Block. Federico will be at the free throw line.
Yep, opens up kind of on the pick and roll type scenario right there with the feed, but some help waiting near the rim, so he's going to have to earn them at the stripe.
Northern Colorado has made just one of their last 9 shots from the field. Federico has struggled at the line here in the early part of the season. Kerwin Walton back on for Texas Tech. Chance McMillan, Darion Williams, Christian Anderson. And JT Toppin will return after Federico makes the second free throw attempt. Red Raiders by 14 now. Hawthorne's got a long three off the back iron, and Darion Williams able to wrestle that ball away from a Bear.
Not much else you're going to wrestle away from a Bear, but you have some luck there.
D5 had the size advantage on Langston Reynolds, took him right into the paint. His hook shot not good, but he will be at the free throw line. Comes into the ball game a 94% free throw shooter. Red Raiders as a team best in the Big 12 a year ago.
And I think right now second.
Right near the top again.
And that's, you know, such a nice thing to have about what you do as a team, because so many of the games in the league that they're in are close ones. The margins are razor thin, and when you can win games and, more importantly, at times not lose them at the free throw line, that is awfully nice.
Grant McCasland at his practices at the end, when his team lines up to shoot free throws, he calls it to go win the game drill.
Yeah, and they have done plenty of that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not surprising. You got so many quality shooters on your team.
JT Toppin powering his way inside. Had the 6'3" guard really there on him and able to use that shoulder to move him out of the way a bit and get in a little bit closer. Another opportunity for a three-point play for Toppin. Sophomore out of Dallas. Mountain West Player of the Year last season as our Freshman of the Year.
Back-to-back years the Red Raiders have added. That award winner, Darion Williams, was that the year before.
Now Toppin. Toppin is not going to let Shields get inside, but he's going to be called for the foul. McCasland will quickly get him out of the ball game, and Federico back on. Toppin exits with 7 points here in the first half, but 11 rebounds. Nine on the shot clock. Hawthorne steps back. Three-pointer is good. Hawthorne ends a bit of a drought for the Golden Bears. Inside a minute to play here. The Red Raiders have opened up a 45-29 lead. Darion Williams trying to get that three back, and he does. Darion from right in front of the Northern Colorado bench. And Texas Tech now by 19. McCasland will call a timeout after that. Overton leading the Red Raiders with 15. Darion Williams now with 13. He's made 3 3-pointers tonight, 3 out of 4. Northern Colorado had the lead early, but the Red Raiders have come roaring back. A 15-3 run in the last 4 minutes has put the Red Raiders in this spot. Red Raiders a big advantage on the boards. 11 more rebounds than the Bears of Northern Colorado here in this first half. But the interesting point, Northern Colorado has owned the paint throughout this first half. Final 33 seconds here. Reynolds defended by Kevin Overton. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 15 now. Reynolds got inside, laid it off for Shields, who's unable to finish. Now the Red Raiders have plenty of time to get back down the floor. Here's Overton trying to drive inside. Left-hander is good. Overton scores again. Overton's leading the Red Raiders with 17 points to the locker room. Red Raiders 50-29 over Northern Colorado at 21 points.
The other team, including a very good running back. But yeah, sports, man, you know, as they say.
What do they say?
Well, just sports. Like, and that can mean a variety of different things. It's can make you laugh, make you cry, make you frustrated, but sports. So that's what they say. Just it's one word that just, there's a whole lot of meaning that comes with that word.
I think the best quote on that topic all time is, that's the way baseball goes sometimes.
That's right. That was Ron Washington, the old manager for the Texas Rangers. Yeah, and you said, what do they say? And you always have to be careful about they, because they say a lot. Yeah, a little spot on the floor. They're getting cleaned up, so we got a little stoppage in play. Somebody leaking some oil out here.
Talked earlier about the fact that Steve Smiley has connections with the Red Raider coaching staff. West Virginia, as you mentioned, Neil Brown, formerly on the Texas Tech football staff a few years ago prior to getting the head coaching job at West Virginia.
That's right. It's the coaching world it feels really large at times, but it's its own little tiny world for sure. I mean, a lot of paths cross, and oh man, we're still got
I think a bit of blood on the floor they're trying to clean up. Not sure who it's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's going to need a transfusion if there's that much blood all over the floor.
Or some stitches.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Super
it's
glue.
I tell you what it is. It's a nosebleed. It appears that Zach Block dealing with a bloody nose, and like I said, leaking a bit, but hopefully they get him taken care of and he's okay.
Here's McMillan to Hawthorne, or Hawkins rather. Darion Pott in that first half, three-pointer there, not good. Langston Reynolds tried to wrestle the ball away from Toppin, and now on the floor is the Red Raider big man JT Toppin, but he's out of bounds. But that got the Red Raider bench on their feet, I think, for that, but now there'll be a foul call, maybe on Brock Wisney. Oh, he reached up and
first to the floor, and he grabs his shoulder. You just always praise when your guys, whether it's a teammate or coach, and you see one of the members of the team just diving on the floor for a loose ball. You know, Texas Tech has been kind of known for that over the last 7 to 8 years. You know, that blue-collar mentality, and those floor burns, they earn some street cred. If you're on the floor, especially somebody like JT Toppin, who is statistically one of your best players, and when he's diving on the floor, it's like nobody else has an excuse not to do the same.
Three on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Toppin took his eye off the ball on the pass from Darion Williams and lost it. And on the other end, Langston Reynolds loses it out of bounds for Northern Colorado.
Elijah Hawkins understands, you know, he's a bit undersized, but on a break, he'll shoot the passer and like come right at him, and you know, and I think right there speeds him up and creates a bit of a turnover.
Northern Colorado turned the ball over just 5 times in that first half. Toppin trying to make a move inside, and he does to score.
Well, I thought he may need to kick that back out, but kind of a bit forced, but just delivers with that left hand off the glass.
He's got 9 now for the Red Raiders. Here's Reynolds again, always aggressive with the basketball, and tripped up. Stopped just short of the first down, Chris.
Turf monster.
Got
them both.
Free throw line.
You got Kerwin backing up and feet tangled up.
Walton will check out. He's got 2 points in the ball game. Both of those from the free throw line tonight. Well, Reynolds very quickly inside his Overton had come in to defend him, and then really takes it away. Northern Colorado has a possession here. Denker in the corner is off the mark, and then Reynolds' shot might have been partially blocked by Toppin, but Texas Tech has the basketball. Toppin wanted to go in the corner to Chance McMillan, but Hawthorne stole the ball away. Overton trying to stop the layup, and he does.
Well, that length right there, he just gets those arms up, and difficult to try to finish over.
Here's Toppin against Shields, trying to back him down. Left-handed jump hook, little bit strong. Reynolds the rebound.
Yeah, and at some point you'd like to see JT Toppin like kick that back out. You know, maybe reset a bit and get one of your guys a good look from deep. And if they don't have it open, you can dump it back in. But kind of play that two-man game. You're going to get a charge, or excuse me, a block on Elijah Hawkins.
Hawkins saw what was coming. I thought it was set. Watch this. Chris?
Yeah, they just don't call many charges anymore. That's fundamentally, they just have gotten away from, but he is there, he's set, but they just don't call many charges anymore. That's kind of, you know, years from now, we'll talk about some of that style of defense that Texas Tech was playing, that side defense, and it was built on funneling guys to the block. You take some charges, you down screen, and do some different things. But now they just don't. Officials have kind of been trained not to call many of those charges anymore.
Darion Williams driving, knocked down, but scores.
But having said that, Elijah Hawkins was there, John.
Yes, he was.
He was there.
I thought he was set. Toppin is going to check out. Federico coming in. And JT heads right to the end of the bench where the Red Raiders trainer is waiting on him.
And Zach Block will come in. His nose appears to be better.
JT Toppin may have a similar problem. But I'd credit Elijah Hawkins for seeing what was about to happen and getting himself in position to draw a charge. He just didn't get it. Federico can't stop Egan Shields inside. Freshman for the Bears scores. Hawkins has an open three out front, and he drains it.
Yeah, that's definitely something he's going to need to be able to do. He will get those looks when the Big 12 rolls around. He will have those opportunities. If he can knock down some of those consistently, boy, that really opens things up for him.
His first three of the night. The Red Raiders have 9 in the ball game. Red Raiders are just going to push Shields off the block and the ball out of bounds. I believe it'll be Northern Colorado's when we return, but the Red Raiders are stretching the lead 57-30.
The best thing. That's what coaches want. It's like, don't show me flashes of greatness and production and then just disappear. But when you can do it consistently, that's what separates, you know, at this level on from being good to great or just average. But, you know, JT Toppin continues to produce at that level throughout the season. I mean, you're talking opportunity for some all-conference accolades, as tough as that may be, because this league is loaded. But he will certainly be in that conversation if he can continue to produce when league play rolls around.
Overton almost lost that ball to Langston Reynolds, and then Darion Williams drops inside and gets fouled. That's just big old strong D5 going inside.
Some weight room free throws right there is what I hear you saying.
That is what I'm saying.
That's right. That is right.
Names of that All Legends Classic team had 20 points in the Red Raiders win over Syracuse.
John, were you out in the store parking lot at like 5 this morning waiting on some fancy sale?
You know, the way this game was being played early on, it looked like everybody was in the parking lot racing to get in line at their favorite store.
Yeah.
Man.
Not really how you operate, though, I'm guessing.
No, but I noticed you during halftime doing some Black Friday shopping online.
Okay, yeah. You're just making that up, but we'll just go with it. Yeah.
Oh, a long alley-oop way out front, but Wisney not able to finish on the pass from Danker. Christian Anderson had a couple of threes in the first half, and he's got another there.
Yeah, he just does it within the flow of the game. He just scores.
Red Raiders have doubled up the Bears. Reynolds off the mark, and Red Raiders on an 8-0 run. Oh, Federico shot blocked by Wisney. Here's Block trying to go the distance. Lays it up a little bit too strong. And McCreary trying to rebound and score. Has his pass deflected, and it becomes a volleyball match. Red Raiders spike it out of bounds. It'll be Northern Colorado's basketball.
Steve Smiley pounding that ball into the court, trying to rid himself of some frustration.
Bears are 3 of 16 on three-point attempts.
Yeah, and they just needed to shoot it a lot better than that to give themselves a chance in this one. Down 31. Yeah, like that right there, right on cue.
Zach Block with his second 3 of the ball game.
It's the same curl screen that you saw in the first half. He just comes off of that and buries it right off of the wing, but not been able to knock him down in transition and things like that. But they have had a good season so far. I think they will do some serious damage in the Big Sky Conference.
Northern Colorado shooting just 16% from the field here in the second half. Hawthorne trying to back down McMillan, left it short. McCreary got the rebound. They're going to make it tough on him inside, but he scores. Junior out of Fort Worth for the Bears. And a timeout here in Lubbock. Red Raiders, though, with a huge advantage at 62-36 over the Bears of Northern Colorado.
You know, earn your way to, and it's not something that Darion Williams has done much of in his career, but Grant McCaslin basically, you know, I think this is his time, so we'll see kind of what that looks like. But yeah, man, 17-9, that dog will hunt, as they say.
Mountain West Freshman of the Year 2 years ago. There's Kevin Overton. He's got 20 points now to lead these Red Raiders.
Off the bench. That's what you call some spark.
Those 20 points are the most he's had as a Red Raider since coming here from Drake this season. Hawthorne trying to drive inside, cut off by Anderson. But long-range 3 by Reilly doesn't go, and the Red Raiders have the basketball back. Here's Christian Anderson, quick with the trigger, just off the mark. Bears quickly back on their end. Wide open look for McCreary there, but not good. Overton the rebound.
Well, it's some miscommunication. You dodged the bullet, but some miscommunication on in transition on just who had who, and it equals a wide open look from Northern Colorado. Just could not knock it down.
One of those things Grant McCaslin has talked about needing his guys to play together a little bit more.
Well, and communicate.
Yeah.
You know, but there's some youth on this team for sure, and we've got bodies all over the floor.
Zach Block will be called for the foul. And a timeout here, just under 12 minutes remaining in the ball game.
All of last season, and Chris Holtman, who was let go from Ohio State, took that job in the offseason. Many people thought, what are you taking that job for? But he has turned them around. They are 7-0. Beat Valparaiso earlier today. They're at home, and yeah, he will bring the Blue Demons in at undefeated. That's part of that Big 12 Big East Challenge. But that'll be a fun one on Wednesday night here in this building. And then you turn right around and you go to the Metroplex to play an old Southwest Conference rival, John, and Buzz Williams' Texas A&M Aggies.
Here's J.T. Toppin for the Red Raiders trying to back down Egan. Shot not good. He's got 15 rebounds in the ballgame, but Overton has had a huge night. He's 4 for 5 on threes before that miss. And 20 points. It'll be Northern Colorado basketball as Darion Williams whistled for a foul. You know what else is going to be fun about that ball game with DePaul? Halftime wiener dog racing. I'm telling you.
Always popular. No gambling, please.
Oh, nice move by Reynolds. Langston Reynolds for Northern Colorado scores. Still not a player in double figures for the Bears here with just under 11 minutes to play. Reynolds has 8. Oh, Christian Anderson from way out there. Three-pointer is good. Anderson's got 12. 12 for him and 20 for Kevin Overton off the bench tonight. That's 32 between those two.
Yeah, and you've had, Langston Reynolds and Isaiah Hawthorne. They come in as the leading scorers. They're combined 6 of 19 from the field and 1 of 8 from behind the arc. And you just, if you're Coach Smiley, you just needed that to be better, to be able to give Texas Tech a bit of a scare. But
Red Raiders are 12 of 20 outside the three-point arc. Northern Colorado 4 of 19.
And when you see that on the screen a second ago, you the next 5 games, it's hard to process. You just have 4 more games before Big 12 play gets here. And so I say that you're up 30. How much deeper do you go into your bench tonight just because you're running out of opportunities for certain guys to see minutes or to kind of work the rust out or whatever it may be? But yeah, 10 to go in this one, and you're up about 30, but not many non-conference games left, John.
Darion's got the double-double. Now will J.T. Toppin get it? And your Red Raiders, you're talking about that bench over there missing a guy that has been a regular. Devin Cambridge is not with the Red Raiders tonight.
He is not. And then you also have Emily Yalaho, who I believe is available. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him make his debut on the season here in a bit. Oh, man, this is... You mentioned volleyball earlier.
Christian Anderson was trying to save a ball as the Red Raiders tried to get a shot off late in the shot clock. Turns into an Isaiah Hawthorne bucket at the other end, but no Devin Cambridge tonight for the Red Raiders for personal reasons.
Yeah, that last exchange looked like the rec league on a Sunday afternoon.
Chance McMillan. First 3 tonight for McMillan, who came into this ball game one of 2 Red Raiders, J.T. Toppin being the other to score in double figures in every game.
A bit quiet tonight has Chance McMillan, but that's what's potentially a lot of fun for this team, is that he has been quiet, but Kevin Overton, Christian Anderson stepped up, because other nights McMillan will be able to do that.
Yeah, you lead by 30, and McMillan, who came into the ball game averaging right at 14 plus points, has 5 in the game. Red Raiders not shooting a great percentage in this second half, but Northern Colorado at 26%. Reynolds had that pass deflected when he drove into the lane. Kerwin Walton offensively has been quiet tonight as well. Well, McMillan had it tapped away by McCreary, but got it back. Size mismatch in favor of D5.
Yeah, he's going to look to pass right here, potentially make a play. But yeah, that's the challenge. You get him, he starts to back you down off of that wing, and he's got that ball in his right hand, and he can see the floor, but decides to make a move right there. But if the double team comes, he will find the open man.
That was surprisingly reminiscent of a last-second shot against St. Joe's.
Little floater against the Hawks. Just and again, you give him that look every time, he's going to knock it down 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 times. But it just did not fall in when it counted up in Brooklyn. But you would take the look. I think in that particular game, I think he got a bit tired. I think that he was leaned on quite a bit in that game. Again, part of the process of learning what comes with this role and playing as many minutes as he's going to be asked to, because he's somebody that they kind of spin up, spin down. Is more of a, can play guard, but also can play the 4, as we've seen some tonight when they went small.
The double-double is the 11th of his career. Well, that's a nice pass from really inside to Wisney. But when the nice pass just gets you within 30, it has not been your night. Red Raiders going right back to D5. There's the pass. Red Raiders work it around to McMillan. Got in the lane, but gets fouled by Wisney. Have a timeout here at the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. It has been all Red Raiders since the early going. 73-43 over the Bears of Northern Colorado.
The non-conference schedule this year just feels a lot different for a lot of folks. But yeah, right around New Year's, you're getting into it for sure. The Red Raiders obviously on New Year's Eve in a day game, they'll open up with Central Florida. But you see the Bears, Weber State on the 2nd.
7 now for Chance McMillan. The Red Raiders are 18 of 20 at the free throw line tonight. Northern Colorado has 5 attempts at the free throw line. When you shoot more and make more than the other guys, Chris, you have a great chance to win.
You like the recipe there.
When you make more than the other team attempts, I believe that's the key part of that. Twice that Kerwin Walton has slapped the ball away from a Bear. Pass in the corner and shot good by Dinker. Senior out of San Jose who played at Idaho. Hits the shot there. Still though, no one for the Bears in double figures. That's a mismatch size-wise for Darion Williams, who's got 21 points now.
Well, he puts you in a bind. You have to make a decision. If you're not going to double team him, he's going to back you down and try to score. If the double team comes, he finds the open man.
Dinker, a 3 a moment ago, that time in close. He'll close in on double figures. In fact, I believe may have 10 now, or just under that.
Okay.
Technical foul has just been called on Langston Reynolds.
Yeah, and this is did not like his reaction to Chance Moore, the official. But that's what we're talking about. You're starting to back him down, and I think he grabbed him. You may see another look here, but yeah, Langston Reynolds did not react well to the initial call, and so Chance McMillan will get to shoot some technical free throws.
Chance good on the first, the senior out of Vallejo, California. Reynolds will take a seat on the Northern Colorado bench.
Yeah, and he's obviously just frustrated, not in double figures tonight, averaging nearly 18 a game. It's just not been the Bears' night.
Denker does indeed have 10 for the Bears. Darion going to drive inside again, but found Kerwin Walton an open 3 look, and Kerwin can't knock it down. Denker red hot for the Bears. 79-50 now. Walton thought about it, then tries to drive inside against Block. Had a size advantage there. 9 on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Block held on to him there. Toppin misses point blank, but he's fouled.
That's a great look right there by Kerwin Walton. Drives baseline and just sets his teammate up well. Again, teams start to overplay Walton because he's such a good three-point shooter, and as he starts to make more plays off the dribble, it's those kinds of things that'll open up.
And seen him try and do that this evening a lot.
He has. I think that's clearly on the old scouting report for Coach Smiley's team. Don't let this guy shoot it from deep. He's really good. So again, Kerwin kind of taking what the defense gives him and able to make some plays off the dribble right there. But JT Toppin knocks down a couple of free throws.
Gives him a double-double. 4th of the year as a Red Raider. Toppin with 11 points and 15 rebounds. Toppin and Darion Williams have 25 rebounds between that pair. Northern Colorado has 26 rebounds for the game. Here's Isaiah Hawthorne, had a great looking 3. No Red Raider defender, and he sends it through.
Possession here, working the clock down, but turnover at the end.
All 5 Bears collapsed around JT Toppin. Shields the offensive rebound for Northern Colorado, and Hawthorne's got another open 3. Left that one a bit short, but another opportunity for Northern Colorado's Bears. Denker defended by Kevin Overton, not going to let him shoot that one this time. And a spin move by Shields inside against Toppin. Got the Red Raider big man in the air who blocked the shot, but he fouled it.
Yeah, he blocked the shot. You're right. I guess they're going to say got him with the body. You can see there's a bit of a hook right there, but
and a push off and an elbow.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the foul call there, but
they've let a lot go. Shields is a freshman out of Ashland, Oregon. Struggled at the free throw line here in the early portion of the season for the Bears. JT Toppin's going to check out now. 11 points, 15 rebounds in 25 minutes of play, and now EY is coming in for Grant McCaslin. Here's Emily Yalaho for the first time this season as the Red Raiders check out both of their double guys tonight.
Yeah, you wondered if we would see this, but this is a player in Yalaho that really could factor in. Obviously missing Devin Cambridge tonight. You've gone 9 deep, but Yalaho really did a lot of things as a true freshman toward the tail end of the season last year, and you'd like to see him pick up where he left off. He's practiced all week, and he is out here now, but he's got some range and very skilled.
Played in 17 games a year ago.
Yeah, just young, and these are valuable minutes for him.
This is old school NBA right here. Big man just going to bang on the other guy. Looked like Shaquille O'Neal going against somebody there, although Federico could use a few pounds
Rick
there.
Mahorn would be proud. Yeah.
I mean, just classic there.
Davey.
Red Raiders lead by 30 here with 3:43 to go in the ball game. 83-53 over the visiting Bears of Northern Colorado. Colorado team that lost in double overtime to Colorado, led late in the regulation, led in both of the overtimes. Colorado has beaten the two-time defending national champions UConn since that ball game. So where's that put the Red Raiders? Go ahead.
Are you trying to tell me that Texas Tech is better than UConn? I think is what I hear you saying. But yeah, if it only worked like that. It'd be nice to have a win over Dan Hurley's UConn Huskies. They have been really good lately. Struggled in I think in Maui this week, which is where that loss occurred. But yeah, they've had a nice little stretch.
Well, perhaps somewhere down the postseason road you might run into them.
But I think I hear you saying don't need to do that. You already know the result, right?
Yeah,
based on these non-conference games.
Yes, you can lay out the entire season based on that. Oh, Federico turned around just as Hawthorne inbounded the ball and went right to Wisney, who goes coast to coast for the lay-in.
Yeah, he's not. Coach McCann is not going to be okay with how this game is ended. Just kind of gotten sloppy.
Red Raiders have 12 turnovers in the ball game tonight. 11 now for Northern Colorado. Been a very physical ball game. Hawthorne just looking for a way to get inside. Got hung up and threw it away again. And then he grabs the jersey of Hawkins there, who was off for a layup. I mean, Hawkins got in trouble when he drove that ball inside.
Yeah, lost a little focus.
Yeah.
Have these Red Raiders. Game long since been decided, but yeah, 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes. Uncharacteristic, but playing a full 40 and playing each possession one at a time and all those things. Something that Coach McCaslin, you get a good look at him right there. Still going to coach all the way, and it's got some younger players on this team or some new players on this team, and these are the coaching moments that they will be, you've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before you tee it back up and play DePaul on Wednesday night. So we'll be watching these last 5 minutes a lot, I would think, on mostly what not to do. The first 35, there's a lot of what to do.
Oh, there's Reynolds. He got Kerwin Walton up in the air and then stepped around him.
Just not much resistance.
Oh, nice backdoor pass from Federico to Hawkins, who missed in close, but then Elaho finishes up that play. His first bucket of the season. Langston Reynolds was just determined to get a shot off, and he does, but he's fouled.
Yeah, and Elaho, he enters the equation for Texas Tech, obviously, but his there's not just a ton of size on this team, but he's got some of that, but he's also very versatile. I mean, he can step out and knock down shots, but he can guard a variety of different positions as well. But he can work as, you're not sure what the situation is with Devin Cambridge and the personal reasons. Hopefully he's back, rejoins the team soon, or it's not too big of an issue. Hopefully everything's okay with him. But either way, you'd like to have both of them, and more depth and size, and you're going to need all of it.
Hawkins just getting ridden down the floor by Danker. Turns the basketball over. Reynolds inside. Elaho disrupted the shot, and Federico there to rebound it. Elijah Hawkins is talking to one of the officials, saying he's just holding me all the way down the floor, which he was. Walton lost control of his steps going inside, turned the ball over, and now Overton fouling Hawthorne. The word sloppy, really sloppy, is coming to mind here.
Yeah, you can add another really in there if you want. That's just kind of the way you'll finish it out here. But yeah, plenty to try to learn from. And credit Coach Smiley's guys for playing hard till the end.
Hawthorne's got 12. Will stay on 12 as we click down towards 1 minute to play in this ball game. Hawkins made a really nice move, drives inside, now draws a foul. Some frustration on the Red Raider guard's face, obviously. Did not get a foul called a moment ago when he dribbled the ball down the floor and then turned it over. Red Raiders have been good at the free throw line. Now 23 of 25. Danker, Reynolds, and Hawthorne all with 12 now here for Northern Colorado. The Red Raiders led by Darion Williams with 21. Kevin Overton has 20. But D5 and JT Toppin both have double doubles tonight. Now Hawkins whistled for the foul.
Yeah, and you need him to be the most controlled player on the floor as your point guard, and just not 3 turnovers. That's his 4th personal foul, but just not the way you'd want to see a veteran guard kind of finish out a game.
Now tonight, the 97th career game for Elijah Hawkins. Clearly frustrated here late in the ball game.
But you played a pretty clean game up until about the last 5 minutes, but going to finish this thing with 15 or more turnovers and just not what you'd want to see.
Inside the final minute now. Red Raiders have led by as many as 30. Hawkins to Federico inside. He couldn't get the low pass and then knocked out by a Bear late.
And that's the thing about Hawkins. I mean, when you're out there on the floor with him, he will find you, so you better be ready for it. That was coming fast.
Oh, lobbed it up there for Federico, who slams it home.
And finally got the big fella up in the air, the lob threat, and came through. And now Hawkins, he just fouled out.
Oh, tried to steal it away, had the ball knocked loose from Danker, but then diving for it right on top of him. Hawkins still going to get plenty of handshakes going down that Red Raider bench. And now Leon Horner for the final 25 seconds of this ball game. Freshman out of Frisco. Danker is 3 of 3 at the line on a night when the Bears are 9 of 15 as a team. Bears going to pressure until the Red Raiders get it across the timeline, and that'll do it. Red Raiders are going to win their 6th game of the year here on Black Friday. Chris, hope all your shopping items are in the cart now.
Yeah, but hey, these non-conference opportunities are starting to run out for Texas Tech, but you get 20 off the bench from Kevin Overton tonight on a night when you make 13 threes, out-rebounded the Bears by 15. Got a little sloppy at the end, but